halfway point of chat number 262, and we are talking about weight goals. So part of setting a weight goal, and man, this sweatshirt is so bulky underneath this apron. But anyway, part of setting a weight goal is being able to plan some things that you can eat, that you can enjoy to eat. We were talking the very first thing in the news for this month, we were talking about Meal Prep Addict, talking about the 3 most popular things for people that are doing meal prep, and we are not going to have another meal prep discussion, although kind of, sort of. So a quick recap of last week. John was going to be out of town for a few days, so I decided to have a potato bar. The week before, we had done a taco bar for the entire week, and it had been tacos, nachos. Let's see, it was tacos, nachos, enchiladas, a deconstructed bowl. It was different things all using the same ingredients, because I will not eat the same thing over and over and over again. Like, I have bagged salad myself out. Okay, I will not be eating bagged salad, maybe as a side for a couple of things at night this week, but I have bagged salad myself out. I'm done. I've had it for 2 weeks and I can't eat it anymore. So last week I decided to do a potato bar, and I did get to do the potato bar for three different ones. They were so yummy. If you did not see them, you will have to go back on Instagram or on or here on Facebook or in our Facebook group and go see what I did with those. So yummy. I'm telling you, I could eat potatoes. I think I could eat potatoes almost every day with different things on them. So this week, John will be home. It is going to be super hairy, hectic, busy though. So what I'm doing this week is I'm doing my meal prep planning for lunch. So last week, the last 2 weeks, it has all been about dinner. So it's been about the most, yeah, Celia did too. So it's been about the most tired part of my day. So by the time we get done here at Casey Kitchen Center, by the time I get done with all of this, all during the week. And that's funny because the closed captioning said Zelia instead of Sylvia. Yeah, Sylvia. Anyway, hoping Lynn is doing a potato bar for this week. So all the last 2 weeks, it was for that evening meal. Trying to get pre-planned for that. This week, it is going to be so busy. I mean, like, it was already so stinking busy Friday and Saturday in the showroom that I asked the new girl, Kendall, I said, do you want to cry yet? And she goes, no, I'm not ready to cry. She goes, but I think I need a nap. Okay, so that's how busy it was. So I am determined that I'm going to continue eating lunch at work. Let's see, every day, all January and all of February, every single day at work, I've had something for lunch every single day. This week, it got a little dicey though last week. I'm not going to lie. It was very dicey. Like, one day it was an apple, and then I ran by and grabbed a string cheese, and that was it. That was all that I had. So this week, I'm going to be focusing on tortillas. And oh, hello, Janelle. So this week I'm going to be focusing on tortillas. So 2 weeks ago it was all taco related. Last week it was all potato related. This week for lunches I'm going to be focusing on tortillas, because I know so many different things that I can make with tortillas that I won't get tired of them. So my favorite right now, my favorite tortilla, low point tortilla, is the La Banderita carb counter. And I like these because it's a soft flour taco, and it is, let's see, it's only 35 calories per serving. They're an excellent source of fiber. They don't have any hydrogenated oils, no bleached flour, and no added sugar. Plus, these come in 3 cool sizes. So this one is the snack size. It even says new snack size on the bag. They also have a street taco size that is about that big, and they have the regular one, which is a normal size. This one is 1 point for 1. Honestly, I think it's still 1 point for 2. The street tacos, you have to eat like 3 of them to be 2 points. And then the big one, I believe, is 1 point for 1. Hope we're not going to start coughing. I know a lot of you all eat the Olay Extreme Wellness cut to carb. If you want to order those online, those are also very good. But just find you some kind of a good tortilla. Okay, so what I do with these, and Sylvia, you might want to ask your grocer. So she's saying that she can only find the normal size. You might want to ask your grocer, because the guy is, what, Gail? What, I don't know what Gail's talking about. So the grocer can talk to the person who stocks these and see if they can leave, you know, the other 2 sizes if they have people that are interested in them. But, okay. So I don't keep y'all here until 10 o'clock. So a couple of the things that I do. So Janelle, these are I find these at just the regular grocery store. So I have found these, I am right across the street from a Food City. I have found these at Kroger. Let's see. Did I find them at Target? I don't remember. Oh, Ingles. I did see them at Ingles. So I have found them at all of the local grocery stores here in Knoxville. So you'll just have to check your local grocery store. I'm pretty sure if you go online to Olemex, it is olemex.com, Olemex, Olemex.com. Pretty sure you can go there and find a store locator to see if you have any near you. But the Olay Extreme Wellness is another good brand. If you can't find these, just make sure that you get the high fiber one. And then I'm sure these ladies have just been chatting about lots of other options that are great for that too. But a couple of the things that I like to do with these, it makes for a super fast, super easy lunch for here at work. I have carrots I have little baby carrots that I bought as the side to go with those. And I bought some applesauce cups because, I mean, I can eat those and run at the same time if I need to. So one of the things that I like to do about it, oh, hold on a second. Debbie said, you asked a few weeks ago about the Chobani Zero, and she said they were here. Oh, no. And she said that they were there in Orlando, and now they are not. What? Where are they? Because I still haven't found them yet. Okay, one of the things I like to do, though, and I'll show you how big this size is. So I do like the snack size for here at work. So the snack size is, I don't know, what would you say that is? Maybe 7 inches across, 7, 8 inches across. Oh, Jennifer needs to know if the low point wraps are gluten-free. I'm going to guess that these are not, because no, these are made with wheat starch. So you would probably have to find one. Oh, I guess it's made with corn is my guess on that. But anyway, I like the snack size for here at work, and I just dumped all of these out. But I like the snack size for here at work because it's small enough that no matter what I make with it, if I sit down, I can eat it, you know, real quick. And yes, Carol Lou says the corn ones are gluten-free, and Lynn agrees. So, you know, it's small enough that I can make something quickly and I can just grab it and go if I need to. But one of my favorite things to do with these, and, you know, I don't know, it just occurred to me one day, and people are like, yeah, that's a flour tortilla. Tastes fantastic like this, is to take some kind of peanut powder, or like this one is it's a powdered almond butter, is to take some of this, just barely wet it. So I'm just wetting it enough to get it to stick to this, and then wrap a banana. So I'm not eating this right now, so I'm not going to peel the banana. It has been washed already though. But peel the banana. So put a little bit of some kind of PB2 powder. That's Barney's almond butter powder. You know, some kind of peanut butter, almond butter, protein powder. Or if you have the points, go ahead and put a little bit of real, actual peanut butter on there, and then roll up a banana in there. It's perfect. So the banana is about this big when you roll it up. So it ends up being like that big, and that is perfect walking around food. So that I think is, is a good one. Also, I love to take, I love to take like a cheese stick, and I do not have any of them here, but I love to take a cheese stick and then put maybe some low point ham or some low point turkey or something like that around it. And again, put some lettuce in there or something real quick, and then roll it up. Again, you have just the right size for a roll up to walk around. Oh yeah, and Kim said that would be great. That would be good for Friday lunch during Lent. That would be perfect. That would be absolutely perfect. Staying on the lunch meat, kind of a jag. Today for lunch, since I had purchased all of this for tonight's chat, I broke out that dang holy guacamole, chunky guacamole in the individual cups. And I was so happy when a couple of you told me that you can put these in the freezer. So I now have 4 of these in the freezer, and then I have 2 or 3 of them out in the refrigerator ready to use. Okay, hold on. Carol Lou, I literally almost did that, except not a tomato. I almost bought Laughing Cow cheese. So I'm going to talk about the Holy Guacamole in a second, but Carol Lou, it was between guacamole and Laughing Cow cheese. And the guacamole won, but Carol's exactly right. It's a little bit of Laughing Cow cheese. Let it come to room temperature, and then spread it on here, and mix it with some kind of greens or like some cucumbers rolled up in there would be really good, really good. And now I'm wishing I had gotten some, but instead I got more of the Holy Guacamole. So these are little individual cups, and if you have chosen avocado as one of your 0 point foods, then this would be 0 points for you. For me, it's just a point or two, depending on how much I use. But these little individual cups, we found out last week, can be frozen, so you can keep them in the freezer. But so today for lunch, I did the snack size tortilla. I put half of one of these on here, so half of a Holy Guacamole, and some of the honey ham. I did some of that, and then I did 1 slice of Velveeta cheese. So I know I already had the guacamole on there to make it soft. Yeah, Carol says, wrap a big old pickle in it. I actually have some big old pickles at home. Not 2 days before weigh-in am I eating a big old pickle. Not anything that salty for sure. But that was absolutely delicious. I was satisfied. So it was a low-carb tortilla, the snack size of carb counter, a couple of pieces of the ham, some guacamole, and a piece of Velveeta cheese. Okay, and so Debbie and somebody are talking about tortilla pizzas. Those are the bomb. They are absolutely the bomb. I did not buy any of that for this week because I don't know whether or not I'll have time to cook any of it. So, so I had to grab things that I could just roll up, and walk around with. Okay, then the next thing, I just said I didn't know if I'd have time to cook it or not, but low-carb tortillas are great with little packets like this. So if you want to stock up on these, they last for a really long time. Yeah, and Carol Lou said they're good for breakfast too. Scrambled eggs and cheese is yum. So that's what John and I had for breakfast this morning. We had turkey sausage, we had some of these, turkey sausage, scrambled eggs, and my secret recipe scrambled eggs. They're so fluffy. And then we had some fruit to go with it. And that is exactly what we had for breakfast this morning. But another easy thing to do, and again, if you're just running, if you're, dining and dashing, if you're at a soccer game, volleyball game, if you're at something, Take says a beef hot dog wrapped in it and put in the air fryer. Ooh, that would be good for dinner. I'll have to keep that in mind. But it's like at volleyball games. So like when we used to travel with Casey to volleyball games and soccer games, things like this, that doesn't get squished like a piece of bread, okay? So much less points than a piece of bread. Still that satisfying bread taste, but it's not a hamburger bun. It's not a hot dog bun. You're not spending 4 to 6 to 7 points on a bun like that. But something like this, with the sandwich meat, or cheese or string cheese. But these, it doesn't go bad. So you can set them in your car. You can leave them in your car. You can put them in your purse. You don't have to worry about keeping them refrigerated. So one of these is a chicken at the sea wild caught pink salmon, and is a lemon pepper flavor. Those are really good to put on there, or just tuna. If you just want to do tuna. Okay, and I do want to have time to show you the rest of this, but if you have time to heat it up, so like tuna's good. Tuna's really good, and if you can find the bumblebee kind that has, let me grab one and show you this, and show you the bumblebee kind. These are in short supply around here. So if you can find them, go ahead and grab them. These are in short supply, but the bumblebee kind even has a little spoon in it. So if you can find any of those, it's got a little spoon so that you can put it on there. And then tuck some lettuce in there, put some spinach leaves in, something sturdy. I'm going to go again with the cucumbers. If you got some of the some of the little mini Persian cucumbers, you could just wrap. So you could put the tuna on here, and then you could just wrap it around that Persian cucumber. That would be so good. If you do have time to heat it up though, I will tell you one of the most fantastic things that I've ever made here for lunch, and I wore myself out on it, and I have not had it in a couple of months, is I just used some of the tuna, put it on a tortilla, sprayed the tortilla with some nonstick spray, spread the tuna out on it, and then added a piece or two of just regular Velveeta cheese, and you can get Velveeta shreds, and it's also lower points, and then folded it over and put it in the air fryer, and kind of sprayed it, so it doesn't get too much. You could put it in a pan, you could do it that way, you could even put it in the waffle iron, and I made a tuna melt. Oh my gosh, so good, so good. But for me, I just have to remind myself, don't eat that every day because you'll drive yourself crazy. Okay. So a tuna melt is absolutely fantastic. Okay, I'm going to slow down just a little bit because I want to show you how to make these last two things. One of these, I'll put this over here. I went ahead and made just because it would take too long, for us to assemble it here. But these are also great for if you do have time to heat them up. This was just heated up in the air fryer. If you've got time to heat them up, if you've got time to make a pizza, if you have time to make a tortilla pizza, you could put some light mozzarella cheese on there, some turkey pepperonis, something like that. Those are fantastic. Some thinly sliced tomatoes. You can make like a little a caprese pizza, or you could make like a pizza margherita. That would also be really, really good. I'm not going to have that kind of time when I'm at work, because by the time I got all that assembled, 6 people would come in the door. Okay, we had one person on Saturday. We had one person from 10 until 12. And then my fearless helper here on Saturday said, gosh, I've never been here when it's been this slow. And I went, oh, thanks. You just jinxed us. And between 12 and 2, so 10 to 12, we had one person. 12 to 2, we had 5. Had 5 different couples, yeah, in 2 hours. Okay. Anyway, so as soon as I got all that assembled for a pizza, there would be no time to eat it. So I'm sticking with simple and easy things. But for a little treat, when it slows down in the afternoon, if I need a treat, this is literally, and it's not very pretty, but this is literally just one of these low carb tortillas. I sprayed some, I can't believe it's not butter. And I know this is not my normal healthy actual food things that I eat, but it tastes like butter, and I wanted butter. So I can't believe it's not butter. Spritz that on there, and then I sprinkled some of the peanut powder, which is actually almond powder in this case, and a little bit of Truvia baking blend. And then I sprinkled on a couple of Lily's dark chocolate chips, the mini chips, and just a couple of mini marshmallows. Yeah, a couple of mini marshmallows. And I cooked that in the air fryer on 360 for like 8 to 10 minutes. You kind of need to check it. But this is made a little peanut butter. It's a little peanut butter and buttery s'more. So let's see how this is. Yeah. Pretty darn perfect. Pretty darn perfect. And all of that would be like 2 points. If you use the Lily's chocolate chips though, something like that. And then this last one, because we have 10 minutes, so I'm going to talk slowly. And I'm going to show you how I made it. So this last one is one that Gwen talks about occasionally. And she mentioned this, and maybe that's what made me decide to have the tortilla week, because she did mention this. Well, she loves egg sandwiches, so she talks all the time about how much of a treat egg sandwiches are. So what do you think I've had twice now this week? Either an egg sandwich, or like this morning we had the eggs on the tortillas. But this one, Gwen was talking about, and I'll have to go grab it. Apparently I put it back in the refrigerator. Oh, please, just a moment. I promise I'm coming right back. So Gwen was talking about this Tuesday night, and I thought, no, that sounds really, really good. So just take a tortilla, and this is when you've got some time, spray it with the I can't believe it's not butter. And you're going to spray that on the inside and the outside. But for the sake of time, I'm just going to spray it on one side. And then show you, take some applesauce. So this is unsweetened applesauce. and spread it around on the inside. Don't do it too, well, if you do it too thick, it just comes squishing out the sides, and that's not a terrible, terrible thing. But you're going to spread some unsweetened applesauce around on there. And then again, and sorry I did not measure this out, but you're going to sprinkle it with just a little bit of like Tortilla baking blend. You can use your favorite, whatever your favorite low or no point sweetener is. You can put that on there, and then just a little bit of cinnamon. And then, so that's the tortilla, some unsweetened applesauce, a little bit of, I did Tortilla baking blend. You could do stevia, you could do monk fruit, you could do whatever your favorite sweetener, you know, low caloric sweetener is. And then a little bit of cinnamon. Fold that in half. And now remember, I sprayed the outside of this with the, I can't believe it's not butter. And through the magic of television, I have one over here that I've already done, and I'm just going to swap these out so that I can cook the second one. And if you like extra cinnamon or extra sugar, you can put that on the outside too. And I had to lick my fingers because it is so good. And we just made a little fried pie. So this is a little 1 point fried pie. So my tortilla was 1 point. The unsweetened applesauce is 0 points as long as you get fruit as a 0 point. And remember, if you answered yes to the diabetic question on your assessment, then you will have to count the applesauce, but it won't be much. I promise, it's just a little bit. And then your favorite low or no calorie sweetener, and a little bit of cinnamon. And then it's best if you do this, as much as I love my air fryer, a fried pie is best if you do it in a skillet over medium, like medium to high, not high, but like medium high heat. And then it makes a little fried pie. Let's taste it. With that little buttery taste, and the cinnamon and sugar, and yes, you could put sliced apples in there too. That would be so good, but how stinking easy is that with the applesauce? Because the applesauce is already applesauce. I didn't have to do anything to it. I literally let that cook for maybe 5 or 6 or 7 minutes, but it made a little bitty fried pie, just enough to satisfy my fried pie desires. If you've never had an old church lady fried pie, this isn't exactly it, because it's not that lard laden, heavy, outer dough, but it's pretty darn good. It's good enough I'm going to make y'all watch me take another bite. I'll make another one for John. I'll make that one for you, John, if you're still listening. Man, those things are good. That would be good with peaches. It would be good with anything wrapped up in it. But the tortillas are sturdy enough, like it's not soggy. It's been sitting over there for 55 minutes waiting on us to start and do the chat, so it is not soggy. It is still fantastically delicious, and that would be so good with so many different things wrapped up in it. Okay, well, I'm going to go ahead and go cook this one. I hope that you all found some cool ideas. I already got some great ideas from you all as they were popping up. If you were watching this on YouTube, go ahead and let the next video roll over. And I would love it if you would go ahead and click this little thing down here and subscribe. And then if you would click the little bell so it will notify you every time that we have a new video. But you all have a fantastic week. I had another great time. I'm going to get this cleaned up here and run home because I want to eat my fried pie and take John one of his own. But y'all have a great week. Let me know. Go ahead and comment. Let me know what other things y'all like to do with tortillas, because I'm always up for a great suggestion. And now, thanks a lot. I want pickles and cucumbers. Y'all got me started on that. Anyway, y'all have a great week. I had a great time, and I will see you next time. Good night.